welcome to the BL Week in Review Live. I'm your host, BL Songbird. Welcome to our little corner of the world and our little show today. This is the BL Express. Don't forget to like this particular YouTube show, streaming, live, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Don't forget to like. And then if you'd like, subscribe to the channel and maybe even subscribe to my channel, which is also linked in the description. Leave a comment, leave a live comment, leave a regular comment, all of the comments. And let's spread the word and let the algorithm do its work. What a week, guys. Right? I don't know. We had like 8 series end this week. Hi, Ussel. Good to see you. I want to thank you in particular this morning in my Patreon Discord channel. They like literally gave links to 2 new series, which I really appreciated the help this morning. Thank you so much for that. Again, anything that I say here is also available on BL Week in Review. Oh my gosh, my brain today, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, BL Week in Review article on the BL Express website. And then if you want more like daily updates, don't forget to join me on Patreon. It's only $3 a month and you get access to a Discord channel, which will remind you what series are airing every morning. It'll give you early access to my thoughts about things and extra thoughts that I have about things that I don't like posting on social media. It'll also give you links to all new series as we find them. It's just a really nice space to like chat about stuff that's not on the bigger social media world and won't get posted elsewhere. So I'm putting in the plug for myself at the beginning. Join me. I would love to have more people. There's only very few of us so far on there. The more the merrier, the more fun we'll have. Okay, onwards. The format for this show is a live like chat between me and you. So don't forget to join the chat. Everybody has so much fun talking about everything that happened in the week. And I feel like this becomes special because of the live chat and all of the things that people have to say about the shows that are airing. So yeah, join us. And that's the format. Now on to our week in review. Okay, so we're going to start with the shows that are coming soon. And there are a few, so we'll get through them. Bring out your notepad, paper, whatever you use, since you're not a part of my Discord channel, and let's get into it. So the first thing that's happening is Mandate. Mandate is a Thai BL. It's going to be air. This is what's sad to me, and as far as I'm aware, they haven't made an announcement other than the fact that they're going to be providing English subtitles on the website that it's going to be airing on. I haven't seen an announcement for it airing anywhere that we're already paying for. So, Mandate is a Thai BL and it's going to be airing on Monomax. As far as I'm aware, you can sign up for Monomax from anywhere. It is available internationally. But Mandate is the only thing on there that interests us, in the BL genre. Because honestly, guys, it looks super fun. We've got a political intrigue drama, and not one from the past, but rather one from the present. And it's got Ben. Okay, I don't remember his last name, but he's the kid from Step by Step, which was a series that aired a couple of years ago. He's playing with a new co-star, and it looks interesting. I think he's He's like the person who is the assistant to the person who's running for office. And I think there might be a romance kind of thing that happens between, the person running for office and his assistant. I don't know. It looks something like that anyways. So, that's starting on Friday, September 12th on Monomax. And KT, I hope it ends up on other streaming sites eventually too. No guarantee. So there's the first thing. The next one, it's called You Don't Know. It is a Myanmar BL, so a little guy. And it's going to be on YouTube starting on Saturday, September 13th. Got my notes in front of me here. It's from a group called Milestone Entertainment. And it, like from the little preview, it looks like it's going to be a family kind of drama with a touch of soap opera, maybe. It had a lot of messy vibes, at least the preview did. So I don't know. Could be interesting for those who are into that kind of thing. On Monday, September 15th, we have Love in the Moonlight, which I I was so excited when I saw that Gaga Ooh La La picked that one up. And it looks like it's picked up for most places other than like some of the countries in Asia. It's not going to be there, but everywhere else it's going to be on Gaga Ooh La La. Uh, it was hard to tell what time period it was from, but it looks like a period BL. We've got a prince who's expected to get married to a girl, and that's like the basis. I don't know what I don't want to give too much away. That was all in the preview, but at the same time, I'm like, well, how much is too much? I don't know. You could imagine what kinds of things happened after that sentence, though. I feel like to make it a BL, right? How do you go from there to a BL? You can think about that, and if you want a little bit more spoilers than that, I'll let you watch the preview. There's two different previews available on YouTube to check out. So that's Love in the Moonlight on Monday the 15th on Gaga Ooh La La. And then on Tuesday the 16th, we've got another small company BL on YouTube called Hot Brother Next Door. It's from Vietnam, Moi Studio. It is the same. What was the last one they did? The last one they did was also messy. I think that was titled like My Brother-in-Law or something Brother-in-Law. Anyway, it's a Vietnamese BL on YouTube. Also looks very messy. Tuesday the 16th. So those are the ones coming up. We've got quite a few. The only one I have on my article is Mandate because the others didn't come to my attention until yesterday and today. So this is the only place you have that information for now, unless you join my Patreon and Discord channel. Then you'll have it all, including links to all of the previews because we do that. It's just okay. Anyway, okay, onwards. If this feels disjointed this evening, I apologize. I like it's just been a really nice day. The weather's been great here. And I have an excess of energy, so like the calm factor is missing slightly. So, yeah, Ben Bunyapol. Yes. I'm not going to attempt the last name, but Ben Bunyapol is correct. All right, onward. The series that started. There isn't that many, thank goodness. Since we have quite a few coming. Awaiting Dawn is the first one that started this last week. Awaiting Dawn is a Vietnamese BL. It is airing on Saturdays. It's from a production house from Vietnam called O2 Productions. O2, I would say, is the Vietnamese production house for BL. It's like the GMMTV of Vietnam, I feel like, at least from what I've seen. Like, as far as YouTube channels go, the quality is a little bit higher. The length is longer. this one has 40-minute episodes, and there will be 10 of them. So it's just the quality is a little bit higher. They do tend to be super, super angsty. They do like their angst. I don't know what to say. Like that production house is I'm trying to think of the last show I saw of theirs that wasn't kind of dark. I think it was I think it's called Mr. Cinderella Man, and it was like 3 years ago now, 4 years. It was a while ago. That was semi light filled, but it still had its darkness. So yeah, O2, higher production value. It's about a kid who gets knocked down really hard in episode one, and I'm thinking it's going to be his fight back out of the darkness. However, it is O2 Productions, so he may never ever get out. We don't know because I have no faith in their being happy endings with their stories. Okay, the next one is called The Guy Next Door. It's also on Saturdays. It's a KBL. It's also on YouTube. It's one of those shorter miniseries. I can't call it short form. It's not a vertical drama. The episodes are only like 10, 15 minutes long from what I understand. So, yeah, KBL, YouTube. I don't have any information. I haven't been watching it. So I do not know how good that one is. I feel like the chat is quiet today. Anyway, all right, guys. Maybe is it possible that my chat is frozen and there's more? I feel like you guys are normally very chatty. Okay, onwards to the series that ended. I think there are only 2 5-minute episodes for The Guy Next Door. Oh, is that the one? I think that's the one where there's like episode one, part one, and part two, and it's airing on Saturdays and Wednesdays. Okay, just checking in. That's okay to be quiet. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't on my end some sort of technical glitch. Yeah, so I think like the total of per episode is 10 minutes, but like they've split it in half. So five anyway. Yeah, I think that's the one where Saturdays and Wednesdays and 5-minute episodes. I don't watch Vietnamese or Myanmar series, so I have no comments currently. LOL. That is fair. If you were to try one, Awaiting Dawn might be it, but again, it's darker typically. So I feel like Katie that I've seen in the past that you like the lighter hearted series right at the moment. So that might not be the one for you. All right, on to the ones that have ended. Got all there are a lot of series that ended last week, and I have only watched maybe 3 of them. So hopefully some of you in the chat have seen some of the ones that I haven't seen. I guess we're about to find out. The first one that ended is Hermoso. Hermoso is a Filipino BL on YouTube. It's 10 episodes and then one special episode that aired this last weekend. I watched 3 episodes, maybe, but not because it wasn't entertaining, because actually, for that production house, I think that particular series was really entertaining. It just so happened that it aired on Saturdays. And, well, Saturdays has had a flood of amazing shows, so many that I can't keep up. And that one wasn't as amazing as the others. And that's the only reason I stopped watching that one. All right, I've watched a couple from Vietnam and have enjoyed them. Yeah, there's some now and then, right? DeLorean, I think so. The next one that ended is titled Boy's Mate. This is another one of those short episode Korean BLs on YouTube. It's also only 6 episodes long, so it's probably short movie length overall. If anybody likes that kind of thing. I didn't watch that one either. Series from Myanmar have also their own charm because of the censorship. That is true. The next one that ended is called Connect. Connect is a Korean BL. Again, YouTube. It's one of those short ones. I feel like Korea is really cranking those out. Only 4 episodes long. See it. Situationship in the City was a Vietnam BL on YouTube. It was only 2 episodes long. It was messy. I did watch that. Trying to give a little bit of support to smaller production houses, but yeah, that series was really messy. Boys Mate has some translation issues, but wasn't bad. Cericia, thank you. I appreciate that. Somebody saw it. Awesome. Thanks for the little review. It's unfortunate that it had translation issues. Voice Mate was a bit confusing with the subtitles, but you can still get the idea, and it was kind of cute. I think it needed a couple more episodes to smooth it out the pacing a little. DeLorean, thank you for the review. I feel like it's hard to get the pacing right on short stories. And essentially that's what those are, right? They're short stories. It's the tendency with short stories is to try to cram too much in. Like you're like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and they're like, well, now it's not a short story anymore, right? So and then it's like, what do you take out? So it's very, very hard to create that short story. Okay. The big ones that ended are Kill to Love. Kill to Love is a Singapore BL in Mandarin. It's one of those Chinese BLs that skip censorship by being produced in a different country. It is got that. I don't think it's Wuxian, right? It's the one, or is it just historical? I don't know if it's got the martial arts in it or not. If it has the martial arts in it, I think it does. It has the costumes like there's martial arts in it. But it's Palace Intrigue, and I only got through the first 2 episodes. I was thinking I might binge it. Some people told me that if I binged any series this week, if I have time, that is the one to binge. Maybe everybody agrees. But I don't do Palace Intrigue well week to week. It's very hard to follow. Um, if you're used to it, I hear it's really fun. But for me, it's very hard to follow. So, Kill to Love. Um, And then let's see. Oh, DeLorean, you also watched Connect. Yay! Connect needed at least 4 more episodes for better flow. It seemed to jump, but really liked that the guy from Sweetheart Service was in it. Okay. That's really cool. I'm glad they're finding more work. Very cool. And then Katie, yeah, potentially a better binge. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, so Kill to Love might be on my list. We'll see how it goes. That ended today, episode 12. It is available on Gaga Ulala. Is it available anywhere else, guys? I know it's on Gaga. I feel like I saw it other places, though, but I don't remember where. So if you guys remember where, let me know. The next one that ended, yes, that is right. There were a lot. There are at least 8. Is The Promise of the Soul. The Promise of the Soul is a Taiwanese BL that aired on Gaga Ulala and iQIYI. It is 12 episodes long, like 30 minutes each, and I did finished that one. Okay, let me see. Kill to Love, I got spoiled on the ending this morning before the finale. Lots of feelings that would be huge spoilers, though. Good to know. I've been kind of seeing Kill to Love and then scrolling on by without paying attention. It's on View. Good to know. Okay. Only Gaga. View in other parts of the world, perhaps. It's also on YouTube behind a paywall. Okay, so Kill to Love. If you just want to pay to watch that, you can do that. Hi, Yuritsa. Good to see you. Okay, so Promise of the Soul is a really, really fun story. I liked the storytelling. I liked the pacing. I liked the premise. It was really interesting. It does have Some people found it a little cringy that there was this like I think it's called transmigration from like the grandfather grandson combo. Like the grandfather ended up in the grandson's body, and then the story proceeded from there. Some people couldn't get over the fact that that was a grandfather. Um, yeah, that would be one thing. So if that might bother you, which honestly it didn't bother me at all, but there could be somebody. The Promise of the Soul was fun, and also the people on this live stream commenting and chatting are agreeing that they enjoyed it. So that's really cool. We've got one, two, three, four, five, at least five people saying they liked it, and then one person's like, "Those guys are ageist." That's quite possible, you know. Last couple of episodes were a little shaky, but I did think it ended well. DeLorean, that's a lovely way to put it. Good story, yes. It was a feel good story. I feel like had they gone a slightly different direction with it, it would have had an incredible amount of depth too. And I don't know, but that might not be what they were going for. Um, I thought the resolution with the grandpa and Zifang was too quick, too fast. Yep, too quick. I agree with everybody. I think that was the moment that if they'd lingered, could have added so much depth to that show that it would have been fantastic. The next one that ended is Memoir of Rati. That is a Thai BL. It is on YouTube to watch. It is a period piece. It's set in, what would that have been? Like maybe the 1930s, I think. And it's 12 episodes long. Each episode's full length, so 45 to 50 minutes. And that was a really beautiful story, uh, pretty production, nice OST. I loved the second lead main actors. Um, I'm always wondering, and maybe you guys can help me out with this. And I don't know how new people are to BL in general, but if somebody happens to be slightly newer in here, um, 1915, I was too late. Thank you, Chas. Um, do I need to explain things more to people for understanding? Um, that's my question to you guys. Think if you're not a newbie, maybe you can think as a newbie for a minute. As I was thinking about this, I'm like, do I just go into this assuming everybody knows everything, or do I give a certain amount of like explanation or not? So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about that. I'd like a little feedback. I loved Memoir of Rati. I do think it got a little repetitive in the last quarter, but still overall super sweet. It ended about 1920 or 21. Okay, yeah, so like five years or so. Was it? Yeah, the ending had a time jump. So if people don't like time jumps, I don't know. I think that was an appropriate, easy to handle time jump. It wasn't super weird. There wasn't like a zippy montage. It was just a bloop. Let's skip over a bunch of time. I think that worked out okay. Let's see what else about that show may or may not bug people. It's set in a different timeline, so there's more like there's like the parents who aren't very loving towards the LGBTQIA plus population. That might be uncomfortable for some people who have feelings about all of that. But no, overall, it's just a really lovely story about two men who are well aware of who they are and what they are. And I thought great and in were the two main actors, and They, I think, brought a really lovely maturity to their characters. I especially appreciated Great, because in his last role, he was, well, a boxer. And in this role, he was so soft and lovely. It's such a contrast. It was really fun to watch. Um, and then Ooh and Boom were the second couple in that series, and they also really brought a lot of depth to their roles. So I thought that was really cool too. And you might find that I go a little bit more into depth into the actors and people I know a little bit better. Thailand just happens to be the country that I've paid the most attention to, so that's the one where I have the most information. All right, let's see. What do people have to say? I liked Memoir with Rati more than I thought I would. They did a good job changing up the ending from what I heard about the book. And I loved Oh and Boom in this. They're always so good. Very true. I don't mind hearing about the shows I haven't seen because I figure out whether or not to watch them. Awesome. Thank you, Valerie. Memoir of Rati has been one of my all time favorite BLs. Out of 220, you have quite the list, almost as big as mine. But I am a huge time period fan. Speaking of Rati, I loved it. Yes, sweet. I want to read them all. Okay, I enjoyed Yes to Ooh and Boom. I agree with Valerie. I don't mind hearing about shows I haven't seen as it allows me to decide whether I might want to watch them. Thank you. Really like Memoir. I thought everyone, especially Ooh and Boom, did a great job. I loved Great and In this. They were both lovely. They need a lead series like now. Yeah, we've got Only Friends coming up, Ceresia. And I know you're like, well, there's six people, but um, really with that show, at least the last version of it, everybody got felt like a lead character, in my opinion. I feel like they did a really good job with the first series of weaving all of it together in such a way that no, I personally didn't feel like anybody was left out. So I feel like Ooh and Boom will play a more prominent role in this next show that they're going to be in, and I'm excited about that. Okay, so this is the moment. Um, everything beyond this can be heavy spoilers, everybody. So let's chat about all of this. So, favorite moments, episodes, all of those things. Let's go. I agree with that assessment of Only Friends. Really looking forward to the sequel. Yes, I loved the explosion that the first one created on social media. It was really fun to watch everybody fighting with each other. And the second one promises to be even messier, I feel like, because we have theater college students, and I feel like there's just an extra level of drama that happens with theater kids that maybe I don't know if it's because you're that person and you're drawn to that, or maybe just becoming an actor creates that. But I from my experience being in that crowd, there's just this little extra level of messy and drama that comes from that. I agree. Really looking forward to any moments in Memoir of Rati when it was great was staring at in with heart eyes. Oh, no, I agree. When T was staring at Rati, that with like he just had this beautiful soft look when he was looking at that man. That was just like, yeah, there's no real other way to put that. That's heart eyes right there. That was really pretty. For me, favorite moments from Memoir of Rati. Honestly, the way that Mac and Deck took care of each other, I really found it amusing when Mac lost his hearing. Uh, that part and the way he just yelled at people, I'm not deaf, and they all just rolled their eyes at him, and then the way that Deck tried to help him, yeah, I thought that was really, really fun. So for me, the side couple, actually, I had side couple syndrome for Memoir Rati for sure. And then I found myself thinking about the fact that we have all of these excellent shows airing, right? Like, if The Promise of the Soul was airing a few months ago, besides some of those other shows, it probably would have been excellent, but it's been airing alongside things like Memoir of Rati. And then Memoir of Rati has been airing alongside Kamjira and Shine and My Magic Prophecy. Those three for me specifically, like they they're all so excellent that I'm like, oh, I wish so and so cast had done that instead. That would have been so much better if this cast was, starring in this show instead. That's what I ended up doing a little bit. Not so much for Memoir of Rati, but for The Promise of the Soul a little bit. Not because it was bad, just because we have all these other things to compare it to. Um, and then Memoir of Rati. No, I don't have anything to say about that other than the fact that I really enjoyed it. Okay, let's see here. The cast seems really dedicated to Only Friends sequel. Yes. Yes, the theater group. I love the fact that it is about the theater group. Chas, yeah, I'm glad that they've finished filming already too, which means that by the time the show airs, it should be pretty set in stone what they're doing with it. That makes me happy. The way Mick spoke about OnlyFans, it sounds like he had the best time. It's so nice to read. I am sure he had the great time. I can just imagine him as the drama king. Um, and like, I bet they really got to use their acting chops on that show. It's going to be so full of drama, and I am really going to find it entertaining. By the way, did you see the T-shirt Earth and Mix gave Ninu at it has the tagline sounds gay, I'm in. Yes. And I noticed how specifically it said that Earth and Mix together jointly gave him that t-shirt. Everybody was teasing them over that. A deck teasing Mech into a kiss by comparing him to a pet. DeLorean. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That part was funny too. I wish they'd had more moments in the finale. Ooh, oh, and boom. Yeah, their story seemed to wrap up a little early, didn't it? Um, like when the 5 years later part came, they were already established at that point. I felt like, yes, Katie, he seems like he has had a blast. I'm not watching Shine or Kim Jera, but they're everywhere. I can see them very much overshadowing the other shows on. You're okay. Is it because they're kind of dark and broody? Kimjira is amazing, and I keep meaning to watch Shine, but haven't yet. The story of Deck and Mech was just so pure and endearing. Yes, all the things. um, I think I'm stuck on Memoir of Rati, guys. If you guys want to chat, kill the love or anything like that, feel free to. But I'm stuck in down a Thai BL rabbit hole, I guess. Uh, what else? What else with those two? I liked that they started with the boxing, to be honest. I think they're that was also a really sweet way to start their little romance. I also liked that that Grace's character T was already not straight right from the beginning. There was no questioning. There were already rumors. Um, although I thought it was interesting that it wasn't so much that he wasn't and I'm saying not straight because I think the way he worded it, it made it seem like he was maybe demisexual or some other spectrum of sexuality because he was talking about having never been attracted to anyone before. Rati. Like Rati was the first person, male or female, that he'd ever been attracted to. So I thought that was kind of an interesting representation there as well. That was kind of cool. Yeah, just not my genre. That's fair, Katie. I get that. They are really excellent. Um, but it's not your genre. It's not your genre. Cam Jarrett revamped an ABO Desire, make my Saturdays bearable. I leave Shine for Sundays. Fair. ABO Desire, I stopped watching because it drove me crazy. That one wasn't for me, and not because of the ABO part, but rather because of the hate I felt towards the main character. He kind of is awful. Let's see. So Shine and My Magic Prophecy together are probably wonderful. Speaking of which, I think Magic Prophecy is it right now. That is the show. 100%. Like, I love that show so much. And um the new OST, not from this last week, but from the week before, that C's character sang with the guitar, and then C put a little like recording of that song of him just singing it on X for everybody. I don't know if he put it elsewhere. I saw it on X. It was so good. And everything about that, those two actors have stepped up to yet another level after last Twilight, which is saying something. Let's see. What do people have to say about Kill to Love? I have to binge Kill to Love later. Okay, you and I are on the same page. Yeah, I think he did say at one point he just loved the person he loved. Right? It was something like that. For Kill to Love, they did so much with such a little budget. Okay, they put the show together with almost nothing. The screenwriter played the role of the doctor because they were broke. I heard something like that, like the cast is super small, and normally there'd be lots of extras, but they didn't have those extras, which is interesting. So, DeLorean, thank you for that background information. That'll be make watching the show even more special, probably. Hua Yong is definitely a character that you either hate or can't watch or respect for how absolutely insane he is. LOL. That is it exactly, KT. That for everybody who's like, huh? Hua Yong is the character who is the lead in ABO Desire, and he is really that. You either hate and can't watch, and or respect for how insane he is. I on the hate and can't watch side of things, which I was excited to see an ABO series come to life. So it's kind of sad how much I ended up disliking that character because I was looking forward to that. Revamped is a delight, plenty of fun and serious, and Bone Prem are amazing. Yes, Revamped episode 3 was really fun. And I think I kind of like the fact that Ramil is quirky and weird. I'm like, okay, I could see someone who was really old being quirky and weird and kind of silly after living a very, very long time. I paused Shine after episode 4 because I heard just enough spoilers about episodes 5 and 6 and I need to feel prepared. Okay. It does have some things in it that you might want to prepare yourself for, Chaz. I could see that. It's really about protest. That show is at the end of the day. And standing up for the people and that kind of thing. And then if you find some people are posting about like the real life events that these fictionalized events are based off of, and like the real life events are even more horrifying. So at least they kind of watered it down a little bit for the series. Um, but yeah, not pleasant. Protest and like revolutionary level protest is can be not pretty for sure. That's a good summary, Katie. Okay, let's see. Butterflies for my magic prophecy. That's a good way to put it. We need the kind of love in my magic prophecy right now. Everybody who needs some light in the dark. Um, yes, it does have a little angst going on right now, but overall, it's just light in the dark. It's really a lovely show, guys. So, My Magic Prophecy is for everybody, and everybody should watch it. My Magic Prophecy Revamp and Muti Love are all very enjoyable for me and each unique in their own ways. Okay, that is true. We do need to mention Muti Love because that is somewhat unexpected. The previews were very silly when it was showcased, and even when the overall preview came out, it still seemed very silly. But this first little story is really beautiful and fun, and like you, there's a lesson in there. There's a moral to the story, and those are always fun stories to watch. So Muti Love is on Mondays. It is on YouTube. So everybody can watch it because it's free. And it is from the same actors who did a series last year, the year before last, called Only Boo. And if you haven't seen that series, also super sweet, adorable, lovely, light filled, age appropriate teenage series. All of those things. So if you kind of like that like first love kind of story and you don't mind it being innocent and kind of enjoy that and appreciate that, then Only Boo Boo and this first installment of Muti Love are really, really enjoyable. All right, Kill to Love. The first eight episodes are more in depth. The last four are a time jump that rushes to the finale. Oh, I hate it when that happens, DeLorean. Thank you for the heads up. Dang it. Well, I guess they can only do so much at the end of the day, right? Muti Love surprised me. Valerie, yeah, right? I really enjoyed it. I'm on the respect side of Hua Young. Awesome, Usul. Excellent. I know there's quite a few are on the respect side. I get that. Are the hunters also not human? In revamp, that's a good question. I don't know. It seems possible, right? Well, and what does that make pun? I've got so many questions about pun right now that it's kind of it's a lot. So many questions. Who is he? Um, like, how is he related to? Is it Jet? Who's the lead hunter's name again, guys? Anyway, yeah. How is it all related? And why, if he is a hunter and he was meant to be there to uh, pick Ramiel off as being the last pure-blooded vampire, why didn't he? So many questions, no answers. Muti Love is awesome. See, Keen have a huge career ahead of them, and the 4 episode format is working for the story. Hope the following 6 in the collection are just as good. Right? I have my hopes too. I'm of the Muti love stories. I was excited for this one. Excited. There's one other boys' love in there. It originally was supposed to be Om and Kang, Om, Om and somebody, but they obviously had to fix that because that pairing has been dissolved. And then the other one I'm excited about is the trio with Neo and oh my Lego, Neo and Lego, and the third person is well, the name will come to me eventually, or maybe somebody will mention it. But yeah, those two stories I'm also excited about. They seem human to me. I agree. Muti Love is really cute. Enjoying it. Did I catch it right about who the lead hunter texted at the end of the last episode? Morris, I'm in full agreement about Muti Love and C. Keen. Ramil is such a sweetheart. I need Gautu. That was the reason DeLorean Gautu. We're back to ABO Desire again. Gautu is the reason that I continued watching that show. Gautu is the character who is the Omega disguised as a Beta. And that was the story that was fascinated to me. And then when I realized that it wasn't the main plot, I got really depressed. I go along with you. Pun is a hunter. Yes, Pun is a hunter. I love how the story is evolving for revamp. We just don't really know how everyone is all related yet. Pun is a hunter. Lego and Fluke. Fluke! Thank you, KT. Yes. That will be fun. Wait, yacht and what? Lego and Fluke. Fluke and yacht is Fluke and okay. You know what? I'm gonna look this up. I need to know. I need to remember. I don't remember. I wonder if MDL has it all portioned out yet. I don't even know what order they're going to be doing the shows in, you know? Okay, so Keen and C for Hide by My Luck. Nani is going to be in it. And Prem in Not My Father and Parn. And then Lego, Fluke, and Neo. So Leo, Fluke Natanon, not to be confused with other Flukes, is the Diva Mata. That's the trio of divas. I'm excited about that one. Um, oh, and Yacht as well. The four of them. Okay, interesting. Wait, Lego, Fluke, Yacht, and Neo are the foursome. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was a trio. Don't ask me why. But yeah, that one I'm excited about is that foursome. That'll be really fun. And then what is the other one? It was Ohm and Lang. No, Lang has moved to something else. Surf and Java, I think. Yeah, Surf and Java are the ones who replaced Ohm and Lang in that other BL story. So that'll be really fun. I remember so many of those exact same experiences 45 years ago. That's really fun. I don't know. We all have very different growing up experiences, but it feels very authentically high school, like it would happen in real life. It has that vibe, like you're just kind of absorbed into the story, um, and it seems like it could have happened in real life. I don't know. I like that kind of plot sometimes. All right. Anyway, guys, we're just about out of time today. This has been fun. See, is there anything really happening this week? I guess we'll talk about all of the new shows that are starting next week when we chat again. Also, over the weekend, I'm going to be going to see Earth Mix and Chris and Cincto in Los Angeles. Is anybody else going? If you are, find me. I'm going to both shows, and I will be. I think I'm in like zone A for Earth and Mix, and then like the one in front of that. No, two in front of that. Whichever one is the 5-2 photo for Kristen Cincto, because they are my original acting duo that I followed. It's so exciting. Anyways, so yeah, if you happen to be in LA, we'll be there too. The Proper Way to Write Love was a weird finale. I liked the series, but didn't like it as much as I expected to. Okay, that's fair. I enjoyed the finale, oddly enough. Didn't bring that one up this week because I thought we chatted about it last week, but good to bring it up again because it did end last week. So, The Proper Way to Write Love ended last Sunday. And yeah, I would say it was a fun show with a interesting premise that would be really good to binge, I have a feeling. And did I like it as much as I expected to? I did not have any expectations for that series. So for me, since I had zero expectations, I enjoyed it. But if you went in with expectations, I could see that. All right, everybody. DeLorean, thank you for the reminder about the proper way to write love. I'm glad we chatted about it briefly again this time. It's always good to plug things a couple times. Ugh. All right. Have a good week. I will see you next Tuesday, 6 p.m., same place. Well, 6 p.m. over here where I am. I know everybody else is scattered all over the world and it's different times. Anyway, bye everybody. Have a good week. Until next time.